Okay, hope you're having a wonderful day and your day starts brilliant. Today's Monday, really early Monday, just before I go for my workout, an hour or two before. Was it 4? It's like 4:58, so 5 a.m. basically. Anyway, I'm going to start with some blender. We start the day early, you know, and do what we need to do before whatever we have to do for work, or you know, whatever tasks you have scheduled. Do what you need to do. So we're gonna make this gift I received for Christmas by Notorious. So we're gonna create this in Blender. So let's open up Blender, if I can spell it. There you go. And we're gonna just delete this and this, and let's take a look. So let's create this cover first. So the lid, it should be straightforward. Yeah, it's like kind of like a thin mesh. I've got it sitting in front of me as well on the desk, so I can actually physically see the product. It's kind of thin. It's a really thin mesh. I'm gonna press Ctrl A and apply that scale. And what I'm gonna do is go to edit mode, select this top face, and scale this in. There we go. Something like that. Actually, this is a lot less. Something like that. It's more like it. I'm gonna delete that face underneath. We don't need it. Unnecessary. And what we're gonna do is bevel these edges. So I'm gonna select this top loop, and then we're gonna select these edges here. These 4 corners. Right click, bevel edge. There we go. Nice and round. Increase that segment so you get something like 6. And you can tweak this. Okay, so you can see we've got the general shape of it. I'm going to hit shape auto smooth. What we want to do is punch some holes in there. Let's scale it in a tiny bit. There we go. I'll just press Ctrl A, scale. Okay. What I'm going to do is add a mesh circle. And we want this kind of honeycomb grid of holes in our mesh, so we're going to project this onto our mesh. So I'm going to create an array of these. Now the size, they're fairly small. Okay. And what we're gonna do is add a modifier array, and I'm gonna go along the Y and increase that count. Okay. Of course they are quite big, so maybe I'll make the circles smaller. There we go, and decrease that count. And spread them out. There we go. So something like this. Maybe a tiny bit smaller, and then I'll just give them a tiny bit of space. There we go. It's not perfect, but it'll do. Now I'm going to copy this, paste, and I'll just offset this myself like this. And increase that by 1. Oh, make sure you have the right one selected. There we go. Maybe if I move this more, and actually I'm going to scale these both down together. So there we go. Just a tiny bit. See if I can fit one more circle in there. And move that like that. 28, and then this one is at 27. And then just kind of shift this in. Yeah, kind of, that works. Now I want to apply another array modifier to this. It may not work, but I'm hoping it does. If I increase that count to the end. what I can do is copy this last one, move this closer. Just fix that spacing. And I'll reduce that count. I'll copy this, paste this end one here. Looks okay. Now I'm going to do is apply these modifiers. So I'm kind of making this up as I go along, so there'll be things I'll get wrong along the way. Oh, apply, there we go. And I'll join these together. So I'm kind of learning as I go along anyway. I'm just going to set object, set this to surface. Oh, it's already set, it's fine. All I'm going to do is go to this mesh here. Go into edit mode, make sure it's selected. Then shift select these circles. Look at it from above, and what we're going to do is project that. So we go mesh, knife project. And let it calculate, it'll take us a few seconds. Take a few seconds to calculate. Sorry, I was closing the window. If you heard the bang, it's a bit of a trial and error. We don't know how it will behave, so I don't know if it all works first time or if it will go funny. We may have some stretched holes on the sides, but then there are some stretched holes on this actual model as well, so it could work out. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But don't worry if it says not responding. It's just working out what it needs to work out. It will take a few seconds. Many years later. There's a lot for it to do. Just trying to work out how should I cut this? How should I draw all this onto this surface? There we go. And you can see we've got some issues. Yeah. And some weird things here. If I delete these faces, let's just see. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Actually, you know, you can't see it. So I'm going to delete those circles. And we have a nice mesh. There we go. And it almost looks like similar, the way the holes kind of stretched on the side. Very similar. Okay. So what I want to actually do is just rotate this and flip this the other way. So if I hit N and say -180, boom. And look at it from the side view. On this, just position this in place and just create the little hinge quickly. That will sit on the edge. Though we'll fix this and make it a little bit better. Little bit better. Okay, we're going to add mesh. We want a circle. And of course we're going to rotate this 90 degrees. Oh, so it's facing us on the side. And let's scale this. Cool. So this kind of sits over here. And you've got, say this is, I'm looking at, I'm just to flip this upside down, the object. Something like this. And then we've got this kind of weird shape. So if I turn these vertices take these vertices here and move them out. Let's move this one too. And I'm going to scale this, let's say not like that, so they're on H0 so they're aligned. Let's move this up like this, and then move this down, something like that. It's almost like it's got a little, there we go. Thinking actually if I bring these two down, or actually bring these three down and scale that. Move this down. Almost. This is a bit funny right now, but I'll just tweak this until I see the shape that I want. I think it's like something like this. Kind of weird. It's kind of connected, but it's got like it's like a pick, almost like a pick. Anyway, I'm gonna fill this in, and we're gonna insert this. There we go. Now we've got some weird crossover here. Oh, we can fix that. Let's fix these vertices here so they don't cross over. Perhaps we can just merge these at the center. Yeah. And just delete that inside face. Let's select that inner loop and just scale this in a tiny bit. There we go. If I move this over here, like so. Actually, it's not all the way to. Yeah, actually, it's all the way to the edge. So it's pretty much here. Add this solidify. We'll go the other way. Yeah, that way. And even thickness. Okay. Let's add a bevel modifier to this as well. Increase the segments. Something like that. It's kind of rounded and then shade smooth. I can copy this and, and paste. If I look at it from above, just place it here. That looks alright. I'm happy with that. Let's turn this X-ray off. Let's add solidify to this. So add a generate solidify. There we go. It's got some thickness to that. And what I want to do is actually just move these two so they're just touching. There we go. Gotta join all of these up. Join. So that is one. Oh, before we do that, make sure you apply the modifiers. There we go. And I'll apply the modifier, and I'll repeat this again. Apply, boom, boom, boom. Join. Now we have one mesh. There we go. And what I do want to do is just give it a quick material. Boom. Metallic. Bring that roughness down. Boom. Now you can see we've got this kind of nice, really nice gold plate cover. And we can just call this cover. Okay, great. And we can turn that, change that origin point. Actually, if I place the object here and just go object, set origin to the 3D cursor. Now I can rotate from that point. So it kind of opens up. It doesn't go when you actually open the actual lid. If this is the hinge here, kind of goes. I think that's the furthest it goes anyway. So it won't go any further than that. Looking at it, so I could kind of leave it in that position. But yeah, there we go. It's starting to come together. So that's the first part. Then let's make the body, the actual body of the case. So let's get a mesh cube, and I'll make sure I'm X-ray mode, edit. I want to go into vertices, and I'm just going to move these vertices around this cube. So now to work out that how far that distance is, if I was to close this lid, for example, there's a little bit left on the end, so I know that this would come out here, but also the height is like this. Because when you close it, it doesn't actually, it's not fully. So if I rotate this, it's kind of angled up like this, but this kind of sits in, and this goes. Does it go up? Yeah, it goes slightly up. It goes slightly up. So let's say this, where it sits inside that area, but then the bottom here is very thin. So looking at from here, and that seems to carry all the way through. Now I'm going to add the edge loop cut. Oh, I need to fix the width as well, so I haven't actually done that. Looking at it from the width, this comes out more. So like so. Yeah, I think that'll do. Let's add the edge loop cut in the middle. This will then allow this to kind of curve out like so, and this curves out as well. And this goes in. Now if I hit Control A, scale, and let's see if I add a, I want to add the material yet. I want to add a bevel modifier. I just want to see what happens. So increase those count. Actually, it's not bad. It's not bad. It does need some tweaking, but yeah, I like that. Let's tweak this. It's not bad. Let's change the vertices to vertices, then we can kind of shape it a little bit. There we go. I'd say something like that on here, and that like on there. This one is a bit more here. This is higher up, like so. Actually no, this is more centered. This stays centered throughout the whole thing, so I shouldn't mess around with that. Let's take a look at it from this side, and this, let's bring these in. No, let's take a look at here. Let's move this and this and scale them out then. And we're going to add another cut in here. So add a cut here and here. Let's actually add a cut here where this as well, and cut here. So if I select this top face here, I'll just turn the cover off now and extrude down. Oh. You can get that indentation also in that. So I can push that in. I don't mind that too much. It's still round. So this seems a bit too sharp. Okay. I'm gonna add to edit mode. These vertices, make sure you can get this a bit more round. Could I? Oh, maybe I can. Let's select this edge. Let's see. I don't know if this would work. Oh, make sure you don't select any other edges by accident. There we go. That's more round. Okay, so perhaps that's the way to do it. I'm gonna just undo. So this edge, and this edge, and this edge, this edge, and this edge. I'm gonna bevel these edges. There we go. So get that. Start to become more round. Have I got any actual? I might have to do them individually, like one at a time. So let's turn off this wireframe, this X-ray tool, so we can. There we go. Bevel edge. Okay, so that's more round there. That's what I want on that part. This part here, of course, we want it more rounded rather than pointy. Maybe we just change the number of counts. And then up here, I'm gonna do the same. There we go. That's more rounded look. There we go. It's looking better. I'm sure I could have done it a better way, but I'll repeat this over here. Just bevel this edge. There we go. Bevel edge. Perhaps I'll reduce the count. I'm happy with that. I know it's not the best, but it'll do. The thickness, looking at the thickness of that, I want to increase that, so let's turn that color back on. I'm just bump this up, scale, there we go, but also move this up, but this needs to stay aligned, so if I apply a subdivision surface, what happens? Smoother, but nope, doesn't work. So that's fine, that looks okay. If I was to rotate this, boop. So it's starting to look like it. I feel that this needs more rounding off here. These edges here. A lot more. I don't know what will happen if I do this, but I'm gonna try it. So I don't want to pinch that, but that there. Yes, rather than that being sharp like that. I'll do the same on here. It's not the best topology, sorry. I'll bevel edge this. I'm sure there's a smarter way of doing it, and I'm just doing it a bit stupid. But it's okay. Can I now bevel this top edge? And let's see, this, and this, and this. What happens if I bevel this edge? See how that looks. Okay, and then bevel this inner edge. Turn that off. There we go. I'll also bevel these corners here. Bevel edge. It's not the best, but what happens if I now let's apply E? That's terrible. So that bevel, undo. Bevel edges. There's a point where I can't go too far. Let's see here. There's this part here I don't like. I'm just going to push it in. Maybe I can get away with that. Almost. Or maybe I can smooth it in sculpt. I can sculpt that. Let's try it. Actually, let me apply this bevel. Maybe I can just smooth this out in sculpting mode. Something really simple. I don't know. Maybe I'm kind of overthinking this. Apply modifier and multi-resolution, subdivide, simple. Nope. It doesn't do it. What's the other way I can do it? Can I copy? I'll copy this before I do anything. Copy, paste, move this up. Actually, undo. There we go. So I've got that bevel. Copy this, paste. So I've got two. The one I can just experiment on. I'm gonna apply this. I'm gonna apply a generate remesh. Maybe I can get away with that. 0.05. That actually looks not bad. It looks terrible, but generate. Let's apply this. And then let's go to sculpting. That's actually not bad, you know. Only thing I don't like is that strength. It's way too strong. Blob, inflate, layer, clay, feel smooth. Oh, let's bring the strength. There we go. This is a lot more rounded here. I don't know if I can get away with that. I probably could get away with doing this. Okay, I want to inflate. Where's the inflate? I just want to try this. I'm just trying it. Don't copy me. Okay, because this is terrible, right? No, see, I thought I could. I mean, I might be on the right track, but no, don't do that. Don't do that. Delete that. I think stick to this rubbish over here. Oh. It's kind of, maybe it's just this here, this point here. Can I bevel these or something? I don't know. Can I bevel it again? What happens if I say bevel vertice? Yeah. Oh, I can move it up. That's silly. Okay, just, yeah, moving it up fixes it. Ugh, something so simple. Okay, make sure I do the same on this side. Merge those. I'll just view it from here. Who would have thought the simplest things just, there you go. How far did this one go up? No, didn't fix it. I thought it fixed it. I wonder what happens if I dissolve that edge. Ah, okay. What happens if I dissolve this edge? I mean, I'm just going to dissolve edges. I want to see what happens. Dissolve edge. Okay, I like this side. I like this side. I like that side there. Actually, it's a lot better than before. It's not. It's a little bit better than before, but it's not the best. What about? Can I bevel these edges then? Or these vertices? I don't know. Nope. Okay. I mean, I'm being very picky. I'm so focused on that corner. I don't think most people will notice it. I am being very picky. So, anyway, let's close this. So that, yeah, that'll do. Anyway, let's make this a tiny bit chunkier. Sorry, I did spend a lot of time there and overthinking stuff. Apply. Let's add a mesh, and then we're gonna cut into this. So we're gonna use cubes and just squeeze the cube there from above. That looks alright. Slightly higher up. There we go. Control A, scale, tab. I'm gonna just bevel these edges a tiny bit. Okay. Tab, Shift D. Gonna move this across. Look at it from above. And I'll just have one mesh rather than two separate meshes. There we go. So when I select this, apply the boolean, generate a boolean, and then I'll just say the difference is this object. There we go. We can apply this, then we can delete that. And then there we go. Yeah, I think I was being too extra on the reason. Anyway. There we go. So now we can see we've got this little hinge in place. Let's just put material on this. New, make it black. There we go. Now there's a silver strip that goes down the sides. Can I select this edge loop is the question. No, probably. Actually, no, I need to, because I can just new metallic, bring that roughness down, scale this in, get it from side. Starts from here. So these vertices, push them back. Say, let's bring this down a tiny touch. Because the bottom is a lot thinner, and then let's look at the top. Cool. Control A. Scale. Bevel modifier. No. Curve how I want it. Oh, sorry. This edge here. This edge here. Bevel this in. There we go. And again here, I'll do the same. Bevel edge. Now I've applied a modifier. That looks better. Cool. And of course you can change that material. Cool. Now the inside, there's a cylinder. Okay, so we've got a cylinder. It has like 4 rings. Mesh cylinder. I'll apply that same material here. Shade. I'll just be scale this down. Now it sits flush within the actual case, so it's, if you look at the shape, it's more like this. It is actually more like this, like this. Let's push this down a bit. So if we want to add some loop cuts, because it's very thin at the top, so one here, and then it starts to kind of have even cuts there, and then we're going to select these edge loops. Bevel those edges, set that to 1, through the long normals, make this in, and I'm going to select this top face, I'm going to bring this in, which then that drops down. It's about there. And then if we add a modifier, generate bevel, Control A, scale. And let's add a generate subdivision surface. I'm going to remove that, make a new material. Slightly metallic, but it's not rough. It's not glossy. Yeah, I think that looks better. Then we got this ISO mesh, ISO V's spheres. That should not smooth, so actually kind of works well. What I can actually do is copy this, paste it. I'll combine these. I might as well just combine these two together. New blue. You know it's the roughness is not like that. And emission. And you're gonna make that blue. Let's just join these together. Join. Oh, let's apply this let's apply these modifiers here. Then join these two. Is this a tiny? There you go. They sit below here. But smaller. Don't worry about the height, we just push these down. This one here is red. Take a look at it from the side here. And then push this up a tiny bit. There we go. Just a tiny bit. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Sorry if I go quiet from time to time. I'm just thinking, either I'm thinking or, you know. I need to also figure out what is this pattern called. Black and white pattern. Star. What is it? Star Trek. Let's see. Is it like a moray? Ray? I don't know if I spelled this right. Ray? Or maybe just right. Get rid of Star Trek. Alright. Circular illusion? I don't know. Illusion. Sorry, my bad spelling. It's almost like kind of like these kind of trippy. Let's go for something like this. Can we find anything else? Well, I mean this kind of. Oh, here you go. This will do. This one here. Kind of messes your eyes up. It looks like it's moving. Save image as, and I'll put it in the 3D stuff. 3D stuff. There we go. Save. So I can use that in a second. Actually, I'll use it now. With that face selected, add a new material, assign that color, It'll be image texture, open, and it'll be in the desktop 3D stuff, this image here. UV mapping, let's say A, and position this, yeah. Take a look. It's not perfect, but with a little bit of tweaking, that rough and make that metallic. Something like that. Looks alright. It's not the best, but it'll hopefully we'll start to get it to look how we want it. I think it looks okay. Doesn't look terrible. And we just have this plate, small plate with 2 buttons. Okay. So I want to change to this. Bum, 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 bum. Texture. It's I don't know. This? I don't know. We'll see. Let's try distance. Let's see what happens. No. Color. Let's do color. What's roughness do? Detail. More detail. There we go. Tab A. UV. Let's do smart UV. Okay. Actually, I can do from the vector. I can do object. There, that looks better. And then we can kind of change that scale, bring that strength down. Okay, that looks better. Alright, we'll put the lighting always changes the way it looks. But we can also change that strength of the bump and bring that down too. So it doesn't matter. We can play around with that. Yeah. It's just finding that right balance. I think can you add a sheen? Yeah, I kind of like that. It's not best, but it's there. Anyway, I'm just being picky on stuff that we don't need to focus on just yet. So on the plate, mesh plate. Let's use a cube. Let's apply that metal. Scale this down. Like this was 11. So I'm gonna use 11, material 11. Oh, not 11. 4. Okay. Alright, take this. Select these edges. Control A, apply that scale, right click on just a tiny bevel, not a massive bevel. Okay, and we got holes here, we have a button here. I'm wondering, we have to just create those. Let's get a circle, cylinder, sorry, not circle, cylinder. Rotate this in the right angle, there we go. Changes to normal so it moves in the right direction. Let's get this in, so insert offset, then extrude normal, so bring this up, and again extrude this in. And then I'm just going to press E and scale this up. Never add a generate subdivision surface. There's that nice smooth cap at the top, and then all we do is add in some edge loops just to tighten in these edges here. And here. And then this loop here on the bevel edge. And then select this inner face. So, and then yeah, apply that material. For object, center to origin, surface, Control C, Control V, and then that cross. So we've got those two. And there's the mesh, there's a hole in this. Oops, come on. Yeah. bevel edges. And apply the boolean to this. And then just apply this. Delete this. Okay, it's looking good. I'm gonna press save. Save as Communicator. Okay, and then save. So if it crashes, at least you know we were at point. Should have saved it at different each stage as I went along. I'm just gonna do the same way we did these holes. I'm gonna punch some holes in, or should I? Yeah, we'll punch some holes in. Mesh. I'm just gonna get a circle. My alarm's going off. My watch. Bam, 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 bam. It's almost time for me to get ready for my workout. Let's move this. I might skip some corners right now. Let's just rotate this up, so it's the right angle. There we go. Look at it from above. Now if I add the array modifier to this, let's scale this down a tiny wee bit. Copy paste. Can I get away with doing that? I don't know. Join, apply that. Apply this. Join these two together. Array 0. I'm gonna go this way. Just almost. That'll do. It's not perfect, but you get hopefully like that. What we're gonna do is look at it from above. Where's this? Okay. Mesh. Project. Knife project. Let it do its thing. Took 2 seconds to do. That's great. And just, oh. There we go. I'll turn that off. What we want to do is just extrude along normals. There we go. Gonna get rid of those. Put the holes in there now. Okay. So I think I'm pretty much done with the actual model. So next what I want to do is just move this up. And let's add a plane, mesh plane, scale this up. We want to add a camera to our scene. Okay, I'm going to use a track 2. And I want a object. And I want an empty. Sorry, I want to add empty. I'll just put in a cube. There we go. And what we can actually do is let's just parent everything together, just to actually not everything. This, yeah. So this, and this, and this. Parent object. So now if we move this, there we go. And then we can still rotate this. Boom. Nice. Hopefully, let's see. We can move this around. Anyway, the track 2 will be the empty. And a split, vertical split. And hit this edit mode on this. Bum, 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 bum. I'm just gonna box this in. Bevel edges. Oh, no, don't bevel edges. Just press E. There we go. Now select these edges and bevel these. And I'll just do this. Just create a crappy box. Really easy. Nothing. It's nothing special, to be honest. Now we've got a crappy backdrop. Sorry, box. I don't know what to call it. Box is backdrop. Like a backdrop that we can just give it a color. Let's go for kind of this bluish color. Okay. And our camera. I'm gonna hit 0 and home. And I can move this camera back. I'll move it to place. There we go. So now we've got this communicator. I like that. I do like that. Let's toggle all of this off. Toggle this off. Toggle this off. Go into this render view here. I'm gonna hit save. Now I want to play around with the camera. Let's try this. I'm going to change to cycles, GPU, the noise, camera lens. We're going to bring that lens and field of view. Good. Let's say 5. No. 25. Yeah, 25 is okay. Cool. I'm gonna select that body. I just want to scale it slightly. There we go. That looks a lot better. We ain't got nothing, no kind of lights in here, so I'm just going to turn the scene mode on. And let's change this to this kind of studio one. It don't look bad, right? I don't know, it's not bad. There we go. So we created our own communicator. We can open the lid. Rich to Enterprise. And then of course you can play around with the colors and the emission as well. Don't forget we've got this emission, the strength. So if you wanted to animate those you could. I'm going to do 0. Let me turn this the easy one. Press N to pop this out. Go view, camera to view. So now I can move the camera around or to view I want. Totally up to you. What to do? Oh yeah, I'm going to add some lights like I said. So I'm going to horizontal split, go to my asset browser and get some gobo lights. Let's get this one, this light, and I'm going to use a track 2 to the empty. Add some zeros in here, 2 zeros, boom, nice and strong. And constraint, track to empty. There we go, it makes my life a little bit easier. Maybe we'll take a 0 away from that, but let's take a 0 out. And we can also blur those a little bit. There you go. Hopefully that was useful. Thank you again for the gift of the communicator. We can, oops, make sure select the right part of the what I want to draw. But yeah, we can animate this if we want. Maybe we want to animate it. I don't know. Could have different camera shots, and you can one shot where it's spinning, then another shot where you can have the thing opening up. And you can have the lights blinking. Let's increase that resolution. There we go. Yeah, but yeah, I like it. Might tweak that roughness down a tiny bit. There we go. Here I'm just tweaking stuff now. Maybe less metallic. Oh no, less metallic. This one. Maybe this is less metallic. Yeah, I like it. I hope you do too. Thank you again, and I hope you have a wonderful day and night. What I can actually do is one last thing. Let's select I want to select everything. I want to select all of this. Control C, Control V. Can I go into wireframe then? Let me just make my life a little bit easier. Oh, it crashed. Wow. Can we recover this? Okay, we got to a point where it was okay. Well, yeah. Luckily we saved it. That's sort of the great thing we did. So one good thing I did. But yeah, that was very odd crash. I want to copy this, move this back. Okay. This is Eevee right now. So this lid. There we go. So that's all I wanted. All I wanted to do was to duplicate this. Have the ability to select it and just copy and paste. So you can kind of see it. Let's rotate this. There you go. But yeah, if I turn this backdrop back on, go hit save just in case, Sorry, how long has this taken? Just over an hour. It's not bad. I'm happy with it for what I've did. And just change. I mean, if you're going to stick with EV, you can turn the ambient occlusion on, screen space reflections, and all sorts, and tweak all these lighting and stuff. I'm going to switch the cycles. See already how much more interesting. Switch the GPU. Denoise this. Play around with this environments. Maybe this is too much. That's kind of nicer to look at. The background, maybe I want it more glossy. Not that glossy. Something like that. Oh, I like that. Oops. N view, camera to view. There we go. Could move this around. And what else do we want to do? I'll save it just in case. You could add the gobo lights back in. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to add a simple point light in here. Is that 500? It's okay, maybe 500 is not right. Oh, this is a spotlight. I want a point light. There we go. I'll place this just behind. Get rid of that reflection actually on this material. Oh, make it more matte. I don't know. We don't need to cast the shed there. Oh, I like that. Kind of like this. Simple, but yeah. And then play around with the colours like we always do. I kind of like the gold. Ooh, that was kind of, well, this kind of colour. Kind of like that. Or beige. Or this. I think that could work well if. I mean, I said I'm not going to do it. I am going to do it. Let's get a gobo light in. Set this abstract light. Try and place it right above. I think that would work well. The warmth rather than being a hard Let's try different colors. Or different textures, should I say. Like that, kind of. I can be playing here, sitting here playing with this all day. So I'm gonna stop this here. Hope you have a wonderful day, night, wherever you are. Press save. The camera. Also gonna do it better, mate. Now I'm not sure about this background color, but yeah. Anyway, like I said, I'm gonna be here all day if I could be playing around with this all night, but I can't. Or all morning, should I say, not night. This also has a bit too much. There we go. And maybe the normals I wanna boost. No, that's fine. Anyway, yeah. Thank you again. Enjoy your morning, evening, night, or day, wherever you are. Bye-bye. I gotta really stop changing colors. Hey, bye-bye.